Super Moonlight Night. Today finally ushered in the grand finale. Haro freed Amit. Prepare to harvest all sinful souls in the world. Mark and Steven return from critical. Put on the Moonlight robe again. And there was Leila. Transformed into the incarnation of the hippo goddess. Without further ado, the feature film begins. Harrow finds Amit from dead Steven. Special seal. The doll and he led many subordinates. Opened the pyramid of the temple of the gods. After coming to the temple of the gods who were invincible, is vulnerable to Harrow's power. Harrow finally broke Amit's doll here. Released him. But what he didn't know was, Leila is also on the team at this time. Leila also found ushered inside the temple of the gods. Khonsu's doll. Released him. Khonsu wants Leila to be his avatar. Go beat Harrow. But Leila doesn't want to lose her freedom, so he turned him down. No way. Khonsu can only go out alone to single out Amit. But did not expect Khonsu, who lost his avatar, not at all a match for Amit the crocodile head. He was beaten in 2 or 3 hits and had no power to fight back. Turn the screen. Mark, who could have returned to the world alone, but turned back without hesitation. Walked towards Steven, who was petrified in the sand river. He really took Steven as brotherly brothers. If only one person can return to the human world, he wants Steven back. So put the balanced heart in. Steven has, but I was slowly petrified and frozen. But at this moment a miracle appeared. The 2 people holding the heart actually lifted the truth at the same time. And the door to the underworld is also open to them. Turn the screen. Khonsu in reality, when about to be killed by Amit, he sensed that Mark was resurrected and returned to the world. On the other side, Mark is also armed with a shirt. It was still outside during the day, but under Khonsu's finger, instantly turned into night. The Moonlight Knight suddenly soared into the sky, unfold the moonlight cloak and fly towards the temple of the gods. On the other side, Leila, who was still running away in the temple of the gods, also accepted the invitation of the hippo goddess, became his avatar. And Harrow standing at the top of the pyramid of the temple of the gods, holding up the scepter in hand. The burst of power instantly enveloped the entire world. Thus guilty, or someone who will commit a crime in the near future. Their souls at this moment, all inhaled by Amit. With Amit's body getting bigger and bigger, the next big battle is about to start. Leila becomes the incarnation of the hippo goddess, while crocodile head, Amit absorbs many souls from the world. Make the body huge, unrolling the cloak in the moonlight. The flying Moonlight Knight arrived in time. The battle between the 2 sides is imminent. Mark wins a hit first. Khonsu also took the opportunity to attack Amit. Mark and Harrow fight hard in the air. Khonsu. Amit was overwhelmed on the pyramid. Just when Khonsu thought he was going to win, Amit knocked Khonsu down with a crocodile wagging its tail. And Mark and Harrow's fight also hit the ground from the sky. Unexpectedly, it was Harrow who woke up in the active duty department. Hello, a hammer to the head makes Mark dizzy. Just when he was about to kill Mark, Leila arrived just in time for a beautiful woman to save a hero. Mark dare not believe and look in front of you. Leila in this female warrior style. And Harrow also wants to sneak up on Leila from behind. But it was bounced back by Lyra's wings. Right at the time of the big fight between Khonsu and Amit. When in heat, Steven, who saw Leila appear, also appeared. He turned into a gentleman bouncing and fought side by side with Leila. Soon, Harrow was killed by the Moonlight Knight and the hippopotamus warrior. He not to suppress. However, because of seeing Harrow's attack hits normal, Leila flies to the rescue. Although the little girl was rescued, but there is only one Moonlight. The knight was beaten by Harrow to get rid of. At this moment, Leila wanted to come forward to rescue, but he was nailed to the car by Harrow. Mark was completely knocked to the ground. Khonsu is also in trouble. Harrow thrust the scepter into Mark's chest, absorbed the power of the Moonlight. Mark turned. He glanced at Leila, who was suppressed by powerful firepower. Suddenly he rolled his eyes. However, when he recovered, Harrow was seriously injured and fell unconscious on the ground. All battles are over. Harrow's men were wiped out. They watched Khonsu get beaten by Amit, knowing that they are pressed for time. So he dragged the unconscious Harrow to the temple of the gods. Mark holds hands. Together with the stone statues of other gods, they chanted spells. Immediately powerful energy surrounds the surroundings. The other side, Amit, who originally wanted to kill Khonsu, under the spell. At this time, his body was gradually pulled. It turned into energy and was sealed in Harrow's body. Khonsu asked Mark to kill Harrow and Amit in him, but Mark didn't do it. Instead let Khonsu take his power and set them free. Mark and Steven waking up in bed the next day, because of the handcuffs, fell under the bed. Just when they thought they could finally get back to normal. When leaving, Harrow recuperating in a mental hospital, pushed out of the hospital by a stranger, presented an extended version of the luxury small gold dollar. the car, and the one sitting opposite him is Kusu. Kangsu, the driver who knocked on the window and turned around, turned out to be Mark. However, this is the third personality that Mark has been hiding. It is also the most powerful, the most violent person. His name is Jack. He raised his suppressed pistol and pointed it at Harrow. Just a few shots in a row, that's how Moonlight Night Season 1 ends.